YouTube? This is GeoStealth R1, and this is another, I would say, a reconfiguration of the Rustler Mamba Monster. I haven't done a video with this RC in a while, so I just wanted to go over a few upgrades that are initially happening with this. I'm taking a few things apart, as you can see. My ESCs disassemble and stuff like that. But as you all may notice, I do have orange RPM parts pretty much located all over the RC. But this video will not be consisting of me talking about orange RPM parts. This would be a conversation of these. These are the Traxxas steel drive shafts, and if you look at the number, I don't know if I can get that in there, it's probably out of focus, but it would be the 1951R. And these are similar to the ones that come on the X01. So I'm going to go in there, I'm going to take off the wheel, I'm going to assemble it, and you guys tell me what you think. As you can see right now, I had to take off the 12 to 17 millimeter adapter. As you can see, this is orange, so I had to disassemble it from pretty quickly. It's a 1/4 screw, and I had to pull out the pin, which is right there. So I'm going to remove the drive shaft right now. Do not lose this washer. That washer sucks trying to find. I'm going to crack open the box and take out this drive shaft and put in the other one. Alright, so left drive shaft has been installed. Not too bad, I have to say. It looks, I mean, it pretty much mirrors the X01. So follow the same steps on the other side and we'll see the final result. Alrighty, so I installed both drive shafts into the Rustler, and they look really nice. I mean, I've always wanted to get the MIPs. I always thought the MIPs were just a little bit too, I can't say heavy, but they are heavy, but just a little bit too much for this type of setup. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people have done the Rustler Mamba Monster with the MIPs and have gone way above 120. Personally, I don't know why I never got them, but when Traxxas released this, I said, you know what, I have the X01 drive shafts, never had any problems with them. Only one time that I crashed, I had to replace it because it was bent. But I'm gonna have to say these are gonna be definitely well used for high speed runs. I just want to go over a few things before I let go of this video. I am changing out the bulkhead from the Rustler Mamba Monster and the transmission case, and I'm going to go back to the Integy. Reason being is that I believe it's a better color, and then also, I'm looking at this as I took this apart, and you probably can see a little bit of glisten, but this thing leaks. I don't need all that. So I'm not going to consider that an upgrade. I'm going to consider that as just configurations of the RC. I mean, all my RPM parts are going to be changed into orange, just to have that set up as well. And there's a few tweaks I'm going to do with this. And, I have to say, this Rustler system has been around for a while. I mean, it's gone from something that was conceptual to something that's pretty much worldwide at this point. And, I mean, everybody knows the formula at this point, change out the transmission case. Either you're getting the FLM or you're going to get an Integy one where you have to drill it out to go 34, depending on what type of speed you're going to go to. You're going to go with 22 kV motor. I've seen some people do not even utilize Castle's 22 kV motor and go with something else. Personal opinion, most people go with the external BEC. Some people don't, but I recommend it. Everybody does lower the RC. Everybody puts the weight. Everybody knows, I mean, religiously what type of weight that you're throwing down on the front of it. My RC was more of a stylish thing. I mean, depending on type of wheels you go in Jaycos, these are very hard to find. These are Alpha RCs from Brazil. I mean, you can go with the GRPs as well. Most of the forefathers that initially have done this RC, which was myself, Draven 3907 Ace. I mean, you guys worldwide know him as well. I mean, you got older cats like Mr. MRT Mustang 1, and then you have guys. I mean, the youngest one that's initially started with this, which was like Hockey Dude, and then you had more and more people follow that type of formula. I mean, you had John R that did that. You had Cavillas that did that. You have and then later on you ended up going with Monfadale, and you got Bulldog Matt, and more and more people started going to that. Speedy two something. I'm trying to remember what number he was. But then you have a lot of newer people that have come to the game and have thrown their own type of conceptual things on there. You have people like Jess. You have people like Too Quick for You. And more RC guys are doing the Rustler Mamba Monster setup, and I kind of thought it would have fizzled away ever since the introduction of the XO1. But this thing is still going strong, and thanks to everybody out there that has shouted my name out and shouted a lot of people out, with this. I mean, I know there's a few other guys that, are conceptually going to do the 100 mile per hour Rustler with the same formula, but different types of motors and ESC. You have Dark Eclectic Heart, Jason. And more people try to get more and more information on this. I'm not going to do any type. I'm not going to consider these upgrades. I'm just going to consider these type of videos just updates. How about that? Updates to what initially I had with this Rustler Mamba Monster. Anyway, tell me what you think. I'm gonna go do a video very soon of me taking this whole thing apart, showing you the internal parts, and then once I get my N2G transmission case, I'll put everything back together. But tell me what you think, and to all my fellas up in YouTube, later.